Today we're driving a 2018 Audi S4 B9. So this car is brought to us by First International Auto Group out of Merrimack, New Hampshire. Powering this S4 is a 3-liter turbocharged V6 making 354 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds with the 8-speed Tiptronic automatic. So this car is pretty quick. Of course, I've driven the A4 B9, the 45 TFSI, and the 40 TFSI, so if you want to check out those videos and you're interested in those cars, definitely do so. This car, of course, has some nice styling with these 5-spoke wheels, red brake calipers, and dual exhaust tips. And that aggressive styling is carried to this interior as well, where we have this carbon fiber trim. We, of course, have this diamond stitching on the seats, which is white, and the S badging there. It's just overall a very nice place to be, interior and exterior of this Audi S4. Before we get out on the road, let's go check out these back seats. In these back seats, we have plenty of room. Our passenger seat here is brought really far back, but we still have some decent leg room. We have heated seats, cargo nets, and that nice leather stitch seats from the front are still in the back. We do have some Alcantara on the door cards as well as the carbon fiber trim. This interior really doesn't spare any sort of money. I feel like really honestly you get quite a nice interior for the First International listing price of just above $28,000. Brand new, of course, these S4s were about $50,000 even in 2018, but I think where they really have their value is in the pre-owned market like we have here today. One thing I've already found kind of frustrating with this S4 is it has auto start stop. Of course, as many of you know, auto start stop is becoming very widely used in the automotive market, especially as we start reviewing more modern cars on this channel. And I don't typically have a huge problem with it if you can just turn it off and it stays off, but a lot of them will stay on even after you shut them off once you power cycle the car. So this Tiptronic does come with paddle shifters, which is nice. You can also shift from down here, although I prefer to have 2 hands on the steering wheel. Of course, merging on the highway becomes very easy when you have this type of power. These S4s are very quick, even after that 60 miles an hour posted time of 4.4 seconds. This thing just pulls forever, honestly. Highway speeds, it's quite quiet as well. This interior is very well sound deadened. You just really don't hear any sort of tire noise, especially with these extreme contacts we got on here, which those are DSW 06 Pluses, I believe they're called. I had them on my Elantra N-Line and they're a very quality tire. While we're stuck in some traffic, let's talk drive modes. We have 4 available drive modes in here: Comfort, Auto, Dynamic, and Individual. Individual has some adjustability, which if we go into it, of course you can adjust various things such as the engine and transmission, suspension, steering, sport differential, and even exhaust sound because we have a valved exhaust on this one. V6s don't particularly always sound inherently good, but I think this one is an exception. I personally think Audi's 5-cylinders sound better. They just provide a way better exhaust note, but this V6 does sound very nice. As far as comparing it to the 2018 BMW 440i, and of course that's before they did the M440i nomenclature, that car still had the B58 in it, which, as you know, that's a straight 6, and that straight 6 just sounds a lot better than this V6, and the exhaust note is a little louder as well. I do think overall for responsiveness of this powertrain, the Audi takes the win for me, and just overall refinement too. This just feels like a very high quality product, and not that that 440i didn't, but this one just kind of feels more like a luxury car, whereas BMW always kind of leans towards the sport aspect a little harder than Audi does. We have a full digital gauge cluster, which I don't mind. I do think the speedometer is a little too small. There might be some adjustability in here. If you press this view button, that increases the display of your tachometer and speedometer. As far as fuel economy, we get a combined 25. That's EPA rated, of course. We are getting about 24 on this drive, especially doing more spirited driving, because of course this is an S4, like you're gonna have some fun in it. My favorite menu with this gauge cluster is actually this one. It does have the built-in navigation display. We do have Apple CarPlay, which you hook up to via a USB cable, but I don't believe it'll show your Apple CarPlay display here. That didn't really get into cars until maybe 2023, 24-ish is when they started doing that. As far as other options, you know, up here in New England, we're getting to winter. It's starting to get colder up here. And the two very handy options we have in this S4 is a heated steering wheel and a heated seat. We have heated seats all around for all four main seats. Of course, you're not gonna have heated integration into that middle seat, but that's all right. So curb weight for this Audi S4 is 3,856 pounds. We have all-wheel drive in here, so you do have to take that into account, add some weight there. Very similar to the BMW 440i in terms of weight and power. These seats are just incredibly comfortable. I could see myself daily driving this thing, going into Boston, you know, 2 hours sitting in my car in traffic, which I do quite often, and that's why I really like my Mach-E. But this Audi S4 would fit the bill on that as well. We have lots of electronic seat adjustments. You can really control every aspect of your seating position. I'm as low as this car gets though, so if you are taller than me and have a longer torso, you might have the desire to sit a little lower than me. But honestly, I think that this Audi S4 would fit people maybe up to like 6'3", 6'4". The seats are also quite good looking. Of course, we talked comfort, but they're just really pretty. The diamond pattern stitching is honestly just so nice. It adds a very like high quality look to this interior. It feels like a lot of money was spent on this car when, you know, even brand new, they're about $50,000 or under. For driving assistance packages, we do have blind spot monitoring, emergency braking, lane keep assist, which I don't find myself ever really using in cars, but it is there. And these Audi S4s are just very easy to drive in terms of sporty driving too. They're very confidence inspiring, a lot of power, especially with 8 gears. You just really are never asking for more power. And the steering is nice too. There's almost little to no play in it. Honestly, there's not really any. Feels very direct, although it is electronic steering. Above us, we do have a sunroof. It is not a panoramic one. There's no added panel in the back of this car, so that's one thing that you might miss if you have, you know, maybe like an S5 and you're coming into an S4, or maybe an A5 too. Like, you typically have a lot more glass, whereas this one just has a very small but mighty sunroof. I really do enjoy the exhaust note. I do wish it to be a little bit louder, but it sounds nice. Like, even when I do some downshifts here, there's some pops and burbles going on, and this one's completely stock too. One thing I'm kind of upset about is that the B9 is the last A4 S4 Audi that they're going to be making. So like, they're not doing a B10 generation. They've actually discontinued this car as of 2025. And basically they're doing the A5 and S5 and RS5 to cover that A4 S4 market, which is a little bit disappointing. And, you know, the CEO, Mark Chrisman, did say if they brought back the A4, I don't know what's going on here. If they brought back the A4, it would be coming back as an electric sedan, which, like, why would you do that? I don't really know. Especially when they're as fun as this S4 is. I mean, this thing is just incredibly engaging, even with the Tiptronic 8-speed automatic. It sounds good. There's tons of power all over the power band. You could just have like the best time in this thing. And then you could also just daily drive it around at low speeds and blast some tunes on these Bang & Olufsen speakers and just have a good time. These things really are perfect daily drivers, and I think next time I'm in the market for a car, which would be about mid-time next year, so if you're, watching this in the future, it's about mid-2026. And I personally would see myself driving an S4. I think that is definitely in the possibilities, so stay tuned for that. And if you're watching this video in like 2028, go see what I got just to, entertain yourself, see if I lied about getting an S4 or not. Anyways, with that being said, this S4 was a blast to drive. Thank you to First International Auto Group for letting me have a go, and thank you all for watching. I should say that I really do appreciate every single person who, views my videos, but also comments too. I love seeing comments, even if they're bad ones or criticisms or critiques of what I say. Definitely, if I'm wrong about something or you feel that I'm wrong about something, just voice your opinion. I mean, I'm not gonna bite you. I'm genuinely pretty responsive to feedback, so I do appreciate it. And even if you, hated my video, I appreciate you for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.